Here is something that could completely change how you think about movement after 60. What if the daily habit you were told would keep you strong is quietly wearing your body down? What if the stiffness in your knees, the hesitation on stairs, or that moment of imbalance isn't just aging at all, but a signal you've been using the wrong approach? And what if there was a safer, simpler method that people living the longest lives on Earth have relied on for decades? Without sweating, without impact, and without exhaustion? Across the world, doctors are seeing the same pattern. People who stay mobile, steady, and independent into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s aren't necessarily moving more. They're moving differently. They don't rush, they don't strain, and they don't punish their joints to stay active. Researchers originally searched for a miracle pill, a rare diet, or an advanced training system. Instead, they uncovered something far more surprising, something almost anyone can do, even with joint pain, limited mobility, or no fitness background at all. And here's the most important question of all. Why does this method appear to protect balance, muscle strength, and stability better than constant motion, especially as we age? In this video, you will learn 5 specific isometric stretches that Japanese elders have practiced for generations. These are simple, safe holds anyone can do, regardless of age or fitness level. And when we reach number 1, you'll understand why researchers at Tokyo University called it the single most effective isometric movement for longevity, linked to a 63% lower risk of falls. Before we get started, welcome if this is your first time here. How old are you right now? Drop your age in the comments. We are reading and replying to each single one. Hit like, subscribe, and drop your country in the comments so we know where our family is growing from. Let's begin. Number 5. The seated wall press. This isometric stretch may look simple, but it addresses one of the most common and most damaging changes that happens to the body after 60. The gradual collapse of posture. Over time, many adults develop a forward-rounded upper back, tight shoulders, and a head-forward position. This doesn't just affect appearance. It compresses the chest, restricts lung expansion, weakens spinal support muscles, and shifts your center of gravity forward. One of the hidden reasons balance declines with age. The seated wall press directly reverses this process. Here's how it works. When you sit with your back against a wall, elbows bent at 90 degrees, and press your elbows, upper arms, and the back of your head firmly into the wall, you activate deep postural muscles that rarely get trained through walking or traditional movement. These include the mid-back stabilizers, the muscles between the shoulder blades, and the deep cervical muscles that hold your head upright. There is no motion involved, no lifting, no swinging, just controlled tension. That tension sends a powerful signal to your nervous system, telling your body to reclaim proper alignment. Because the muscles contract without movement, the joints stay protected, making this stretch especially safe for people with arthritis, shoulder stiffness, or chronic neck pain. This isn't theory. In a 2019 study conducted by Osaka University, researchers followed adults over the age of 70 who practiced this exact isometric wall press consistently. The results were striking. Participants experienced a 31% improvement in upper back strength and a 24% reduction in chronic shoulder pain. Just as important, many showed measurable improvements in upright posture and breathing efficiency. Better posture means more than standing taller. When the spine is supported correctly, the lungs can expand more fully, oxygen delivery improves, and fatigue during daily activities decreases. Many participants also reported less neck tension and greater confidence when sitting and standing. To begin, hold the position for 20 seconds, rest briefly, and repeat 3 times. As your strength improves, gradually build up to 45-second holds. There's no rush. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Over time, this stretch helps restore natural posture, improves breathing capacity, and gently reverses the hunched position that so many adults assume is just part of aging. It's not, and this is one of the safest ways to prove it. Number 4, the standing hip anchor. Your hips are not just another muscle group. They are the foundation of balance, stability, and safe movement after 60. Every step you take, every turn, every moment you stand on one leg to put on shoes depends on strong, responsive hip muscles. When those muscles weaken, the body compensates in dangerous ways by overloading the knees, straining the lower back, and reducing balance control. This is why research from the National Institute on Aging has consistently shown that hip weakness is the #1 predictor of falls after 60, more than poor eyesight, slower reflexes, or even bone density. When the hips fail to stabilize the pelvis, the body becomes unstable from the ground up. The standing hip anchor directly targets this problem. To perform it, you stand beside a chair or counter for light support. Lift one foot just a few inches off the ground. Now comes the key part. Instead of moving, you press your standing leg firmly into the floor and hold the lifted leg perfectly still. There is no swinging, no stepping, no momentum, just controlled tension. This activates the gluteus medius, a deep hip muscle responsible for keeping your pelvis level when you walk. When this muscle is weak, the hips drop slightly with each step. That small drop may seem harmless, but over thousands of steps, it leads to knee pain, lower back strain, and a higher risk of losing balance. Isometric tension changes that. By holding the position, you force the gluteus medius to fire continuously, retraining the nervous system to stabilize the hips automatically. Because there's no movement, the joints stay protected, making this stretch safe even for people with knee pain, arthritis, or a history of back issues. The science is clear. In a 2020 study from Nagoya University, older adults who practiced this exact isometric hip hold showed a 42% greater improvement in hip stability compared to participants performing traditional moving exercises. Researchers noted better pelvic control, improved walking confidence, and reduced compensatory strain on the knees and spine. To begin, hold the position for 15 seconds. Repeat 3 times, then switch sides. As strength improves, the hold can be extended slightly, but even short, consistent holds are highly effective. Over time, this stretch builds a stable base for walking, standing, and turning. It restores confidence in your steps, reduces joint strain, and helps protect against one of the biggest threats to independence after 60, losing your balance. Number 3, the door frame chest opener. Modern life constantly pulls the body forward. Years of sitting, driving, using phones, and leaning towards screens gradually tighten the chest while weakening the muscles of the upper back. Over time, this creates a rounded posture that doesn't just affect how you look. It directly impacts breathing, shoulder health, neck tension, and even balance. The door frame chest opener is designed to correct that imbalance at its root. When the chest muscles shorten and tighten, they pull the shoulders inward and collapse the rib cage. This reduces lung expansion, limits oxygen intake, and forces the neck and shoulders to work overtime just to keep the head upright. Many people assume shoulder pain and shallow breathing are inevitable with age, but in reality, they are often the result of this forward-drawn posture. This stretch works because it combines lengthening and strengthening at the same time. To perform it, stand in a doorway with your elbows at shoulder height and your forearms resting against the frame. Step 1 foot slightly forward until you feel a gentle stretch across the chest. Now comes the crucial part. Press your arms outward into the door frame while actively squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you. There is no movement, only steady, controlled tension. That tension activates the deep upper back muscles responsible for holding the shoulders back and the chest open. At the same time, it safely lengthens tight chest muscles that passive stretching alone often fails to correct. This is why the effects are more lasting than simply hanging in a stretch. The science supports this approach. A 2018 study from University of Tokyo examined older adults with chronic shoulder discomfort and forward-rounded posture. Participants who practiced isometric chest opening holds like this one experienced over a 50% reduction in shoulder pain, along with significant improvements in upright posture and measurable increases in breathing capacity. Researchers noted that the combination of muscle activation and controlled stretching was key to these results. Hold the position for 20 seconds, relax briefly, and repeat 4 times. The goal is not force, but awareness and consistency. You should feel the chest open and the upper back engage, not strain in the shoulders or lower back. Over time, this stretch helps retrain your posture so your body naturally stays more upright. Breathing becomes easier, shoulder tension decreases, and neck strain lessens. Most importantly, it restores balance between the front and back of the body, something modern life steadily takes away. This is not just about flexibility, it's about rebuilding the structural support that keeps you moving, breathing, and standing tall well into later life. Number 2, the seated knee press. Knee pain is one of the biggest threats to independence. After 50, and not because the knee suddenly wears out, but because the muscles that protect it quietly weaken. When that happens, everyday tasks like standing up from a chair, walking longer distances, or climbing stairs begin to feel risky. Many people respond by moving less, which only accelerates the problem. The seated knee press is designed to stop that downward spiral. The knee joint itself is not meant to absorb force alone. It relies heavily on the quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of the thigh, to stabilize the joint, absorb impact, and guide smooth movement. When the quadriceps weaken, the knee becomes unstable. Pain increases, balance declines, and confidence disappears. What makes this isometric hold so effective is that it strengthens the quadriceps without moving the knee joint. To perform it, sit upright in a chair with one leg extended forward. Point your toes upward to engage the muscles fully. Then contract your thigh as firmly as you can without locking the knee. There is no lifting, no bending, and no joint stress, just pure muscle activation. Hold the contraction for 10 seconds, relax briefly, and repeat 5 times per leg. Because the knee doesn't move, this exercise is exceptionally joint-friendly. It's safe for people with arthritis, cartilage wear, past knee injuries, or those who've been told to avoid stress on their knees. Yet despite its simplicity, the neurological signal it sends to the muscles is powerful. It teaches the body to stabilize the knee from the inside out. The results are backed by research. In a 2021 study conducted by University of Tokyo, adults with chronic knee discomfort practiced seated isometric knee contractions similar to this one. After consistent use, participants experienced a 49% reduction in knee pain, a 38% improvement in walking speed, and a 27% increase in stair climbing ability. Researchers noted that strengthening the quadriceps without joint movement was key to reducing pain while restoring function. Stronger quadriceps act like shock absorbers. They reduce strain on ligaments, protect cartilage, and keep the knee tracking properly. As a result, walking feels smoother, standing feels safer, and stairs become less intimidating. Over time, this simple hold helps rebuild trust in your knees. It allows you to stay active without fear, maintain mobility, and protect one of the most critical joints for independence as you age. This isn't about pushing through pain. It's about giving your knees the support they've been missing, safely, quietly, and effectively. Number 1, the wall sit breath hold. This is the most powerful isometric stretch for longevity because it trains the exact systems that decline fastest with age: leg strength, balance control, nervous system regulation, and cardiovascular resilience, all at the same time. Most people think falls happen because of weak bones or bad luck. In reality, falls usually happen because the brain and legs stop communicating efficiently under load. The wall sit breath hold directly retrains that connection. When you stand against a wall and slide down until your knees are bent at about 130 degrees, not too deep, you place the legs under steady controlled tension. Pressing your entire back into the wall activates the quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and deep spinal stabilizers simultaneously. Unlike deep squats, this position avoids excessive knee stress while still demanding full muscular engagement. Now comes what makes this stretch unique: the breathing. By inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, exhaling for 6 seconds, and pausing again, you shift your nervous system out of stress mode and into a calmer, more controlled state. This breathing pattern improves oxygen delivery, lowers unnecessary muscle tension, and enhances body awareness, critical for balance and reaction speed. Holding this position for 60 seconds, resting, and repeating 3 times trains endurance in the exact muscles used for standing up, sitting down, and stabilizing yourself when you stumble. These are survival movements after 60. The science behind this is compelling. In a 2022 study conducted by Tokyo University, researchers followed adults over 60 who practiced a wall-based isometric leg hold combined with controlled breathing on a daily basis. Compared to a control group, participants showed a 63% lower risk of falls, 41% improvement in balance scores, and significantly faster sight-to-stand ability, a key marker of functional independence. Researchers emphasize that the combination of sustained muscle tension and slow breathing improved proprioception, meaning participants became more aware of where their body was in space. That awareness is what allows you to recover quickly if you trip or lose balance. Beyond balance, this stretch supports heart health. Isometric holds with controlled breathing have been shown to improve vascular function and reduce resting blood pressure without the joint strain of high-impact activity. This is why this movement stands above the rest. It doesn't just strengthen muscles, it trains coordination, confidence, and calm under load. Practice consistently. The wall sit breath hold helps you stand up faster, move more confidently, and stay steady on your feet. 3 pillars of independence that define longevity after 60. These 5 isometric stretches represent centuries of Japanese wisdom, now confirmed by modern science. The seated wall press restores posture. The standing hip anchor helps prevent falls. The chest opener improves breathing. The seated knee press protects and stabilizes your joints. And the wall sit breath hold ties everything together. The beauty of isometric exercise is its simplicity. No gym, no equipment, no complicated movements. You simply hold, breathe, and stay consistent. Start with just one stretch today. Practice it daily for 2 weeks, then add another. In less than 15 minutes a day, you can rebuild strength, balance, and confidence, safely and at your own pace. Remember, longevity isn't built through intensity, it's built through consistency. Now tell us in the comments, which stretch will you try first? Have you ever used isometric exercises before? If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone over 60 who wants to stay strong and independent. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.